Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I woke up with a head cold, so
Oh
I
no, I'm
have to
sorry to hear
sound
that.
nasally. First of
Oh,
all,
everyone's got it right now. It's going around.
congratulations on the series. Coming back in the middle of season two. It must have been a hair pulling time with all the delays.
Yeah, I mean it was. We were in the middle of filming season two when the writers' strike and the actors' strike happened last year. So we were very lucky that we got exactly 4 episodes out of 8 episodes finished and completed. And so we took a unexpected break for a few months and then came back at the beginning of this year. And filmed season two, part two. And the only real challenge with that was that we were in minus 30-degree weather. So it was cold, snow, ice, blizzards up in the north of Canada. And so we were up against the elements, but it really just added a layer of authenticity and tangibility to it that I think brings the show to life on an even greater scale.
Why do you think people love westerns?
I mean, I love Westerns, so I'll speak for myself. I think there is something about it that you get to see humans in a really raw environment. Like they're always out in the elements. They're in the desert or in the mountains in the snow, whatever it is. And they are on horseback. There's like a man and beast connection. There is something raw and elemental about it. There's something that like is very human, but also this time took place at the start of what we now know to be America. Like this was the beginning of the current civilization in America and or Western civilization in America, I should say. But like it is the building blocks of that, and I think it is fascinating to lift the hood and look at the human stories of the people who migrated west and and built those foundations. And really, it's just a human story, right? It's just people up against challenges.
In coming back to season two, and having to film the second part of season two, was it a great reunion with all your castmates?
I can't tell you how much joy we all get from getting back together. It is like old friends. We've only known each other now for like 2 or 3 years since season one began, but we are so close. It's such a tight-knit show. And I think it comes through on screen. I think you get to see that. You can see that like even when we're playing enemies, we love to be on set together and we love to bring these characters to life. And yeah, it is. We have a WhatsApp group that is my busiest. My phone is busiest when that WhatsApp group is going off. Like it's like nonstop. We're constantly bantering and going back and forth. So that says it all. Yeah.
And that goes to the fans of the series too. Is they're delighted with this show. Are you surprised at how big the fan base is?
No, I'm not really surprised because I am such a fan of the show. Like I really do think there's something great about this particular Western that Michael Hurst's writing has captured this kind of vastness and this vividness. And then, we have great leadership, which like creatively gives us like a real good direction. And I think people crave those Western stories that are really like vast, and we do all our stunts ourselves, and you can see that in the show. You never cuts away. You see us riding into battle, and it's on our face because we're actually on horseback doing it. All the sets are real. There's not a single green screen. We're not in LA doing this. We're out in the mountains or in the fields. It's like it's real, and I think the fans can feel that.
Are you comfortable on a horse?
I am now. I'm very comfortable on a horse. Yeah, I'm actually when I'm up there, I'm most comfortable on a horse. When I get to do a scene on horseback, it's like an easy day for me.
Oh wow, that must be great for you and the horse, I suppose.
I hope so. I hope the horse is enjoying himself as much as I am. Yeah.
Tell me what do you think audiences are going to take away from the second part of season two?
Yeah, I think part two is full, first of all, it's full of action. There's more every time we release a new episode, it's like more and more action, which I love. I love getting to do that. I love watching it. I love seeing Billy like becoming an action hero because that's kind of where we all know it's headed to. He's famous for the Lincoln County War, and this is kind of happening right now on his doorstep. So I think the audiences will be excited to see like Billy becoming kind of a hero.
Yeah, and I think your interpretation of Billy is really very well done. You're giving him that um, American hero feel, and it you know that's what we need now.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, it's he's a hero, but he's an anti-hero as well because he's a
Yeah.
complex figure. And that's what I love about him. He's not just one thing. He's not just good. He's not just bad. He's something in between. And he's full of complexity. And I think that's why hopefully people respond to him. Certainly why I care about him. But yeah, you're right. We need figures in our TV and film that are aspirational, that are people to watch being heroic.
Even though he's a bit of a hothead.
He is a bit of a hothead. He's also, he's like 18, 19 at this point in the story. He's still
Yeah.
young. Um, and he's living in a world where, 18-year-olds now can't even imagine what it must have been to be 18 in the 1800s. The world was tough and he had to be tougher.
Yeah, you were middle aged at 18.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad you've returned to the series. It's one of my favorite series too. I love the way it's written. Will you
Thank you.
be directing it anytime soon?
It's a good question. I certainly have aspirations to direct at some point. I've always wanted to, whether on this show or another show or film. So yeah, it's definitely in the pipeline. Some things being talked about, but I'll let you wait and see. Yeah.
Well, let me know when that happens. It's always a delight to talk with you, Tom.
Likewise, man. It's good to see you again.
I'm sorry about the head cold, but
I barely even noticed it. You sound great.
what are you going to do? Take care and be careful on horses.
I will. Thank you so much. You take care too.